This is Katie Kim, Kristen Swale, and Olivia Haas, and in this video we are going to overview the cell cycle. The cell cycle begins at G1. This is where the newly divided cell increases in size while preparing to replicate. The cell reaches a checkpoint at G1, S, G2, and the M stage. Each time it hits a checkpoint, the cell can either die, divide, differentiate, or delay. If the DNA is fine at the checkpoint, the cell will move on to the S phase. If it is damaged, it will move to G0.
After G1, a cell can exit the cycle where the cell will be resting, but it is not actually resting. It is doing normal functions of the cell. The cell chooses to go into this phase called G0 if the resources to divide are not available.
If the cell enters the S phase, the cell replicates its DNA. At the end of this phase, the cell now has 2 complete sets of chromosomes. The checkpoint for S phase is to make sure that there are no errors during DNA replication. After this checkpoint is completed, the cell is now ready to go to G2.
And the cell goes into gap 2, or G2. During this phase, the cell must divide or create organelles that will be used in the sister cell. After this, the organelle goes into mitosis, which contains of prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, and cytokinesis. There is also a checkpoint where the cell can choose to do the 4 Ds, which were mentioned previously.
After G2, the cell goes into mitosis, or M phase. In this step, the cell stops growing and divides into 2 daughter cells, making sure each has the same number of chromosomes. If mitosis happens correctly, then each chromatid should be attached to a meiotic spindle. The M-stage checkpoint happens at anaphase.
Together, G1, S, and G2 make up interphase, the period during which a cell grows and replicates its DNA. A dividing cell repeatedly cycles through the interphase and mitosis. In other words, it goes through cycles of growth and division.